Have you ever thought about the harmful habits after 70 to stop that might be quietly holding you back from living your best life? If you're in your 70s, 80s, or beyond, you might have routines that feel comfortable, ones you've relied on for years to get through your days. But some of these habits could be doing more harm than good, affecting your energy, your independence, and even your joy. I've spent decades working with seniors across the United States and Canada, and I've seen how small changes in daily habits can make a world of difference, helping you feel stronger, more confident, and truly fulfilled. In this video, we'll explore 9 habits you might want to let go of after 70, from skipping physical activity to avoiding technology, and I'll share simple ways to shift them for a healthier, more vibrant life. These aren't just random tips, they're practical steps that can help you thrive in your golden years, and I'm excited to walk you through them. Even the smallest actions can lead to big improvements, especially at this stage of life, where every choice you make can have a lasting impact on your well-being. You might think it's too late to change, but I've watched so many people transform their lives with tiny adjustments, like taking a short walk each day or writing down a few reminders, and suddenly they feel more in control, more alive, and ready to embrace each moment. It's like planting a seed in a garden. With a little care, it grows into something beautiful, giving you the freedom to live on your terms, with the energy and confidence you deserve as you age. Many routines we've held onto for years might seem harmless, even helpful, because they've worked for us in the past. But as we age, our bodies and minds change, and what once served us can start to work against us, quietly draining our energy, our independence, and our joy. You might be skipping physical activity to avoid strain, eating the same way you did decades ago, or pulling back from social connections because it feels safer. But these habits can lead to stiffness, low energy, and even a sense of disconnection that you don't deserve. The truth is, after 70, every choice matters more than ever. Your body isn't as forgiving as it used to be, and small missteps can add up, making it harder to stay active, sharp, and engaged in the life you love. But here's the good news. Recognizing these habits is the first step, and letting them go doesn't have to be overwhelming. It's like clearing out an old closet. You don't need to toss everything at once, but by letting go of what no longer fits, you make space for what truly supports you now. You might start by noticing the routines that leave you feeling tired or unfulfilled, asking yourself if they're helping you thrive or just holding you back. By making these gentle shifts, you're not just protecting your health, you're reclaiming your vitality, ensuring that your golden years are filled with the energy, confidence, and freedom you've worked so hard to earn, setting the stage for a life that feels as vibrant as you deserve. One of the first habits to reconsider is avoiding activities that strengthen your muscles, something many of us do without realizing the impact it has on our independence. After 70, it's easy to think that slowing down and resting more is the safer choice. Your joints might feel a bit stiffer, your balance might not be what it once was, and lifting anything heavier than a grocery bag can seem daunting. So you stick to light walks or avoid movement altogether, believing you're protecting yourself. But in reality, skipping muscle strengthening activities speeds up muscle loss, a condition called sarcopenia, which can make everyday tasks like getting out of a chair, walking through a store, or even playing with your grandkids much harder than they need to be. You might not notice it at first, but over time, you could find yourself relying on others for help with things you once did easily. And that loss of freedom can feel heavy, taking away the confidence you deserve. The good news is, you don't need to train like an athlete to make a difference. Simple movements like standing up from a chair without using your arms or lifting light weights can keep your muscles strong and active. It's like watering a plant. Just a little care keeps it thriving. helping you maintain the strength to move through your day on your terms. By adding these small, intentional movements, you're not just building muscle, you're building a sense of empowerment, ensuring you can keep doing the things you love without hesitation, preserving your independence for years to come as you age gracefully. With your body now stronger from these small movements, you might turn your attention to a habit that can quietly affect your energy and health. Eating the same way you did in your 40s, a routine that might not serve your needs anymore. Back then, your metabolism was faster, your digestion was smoother, and your body could handle larger portions, heavier meals, or those comforting treats without much trouble, so you might still be sticking to the same 3 big meals a day, filled with rich meats, refined carbs, or processed snacks because it feels familiar. But as you age, your body's needs change. Your metabolism slows, digestion becomes less efficient, and you need fewer calories but more nutrients to support your bones, brain, and overall stamina. Meaning those old eating habits can lead to weight gain, low energy, or even health issues like high blood sugar. You might find yourself feeling bloated after meals, sluggish in the afternoons, or noticing that your clothes don't fit the way they used to. All signs that your body is asking for a gentler, more mindful approach. Senior wellness tips after 70 often focus on this shift. Smaller, balanced meals with fiber-rich veggies, lean proteins, healthy fats, and hydrating fruits can make a big difference, giving your body what it needs without the excess that weighs you down. It's like tuning an old radio. You adjust the dial until the signal comes in clear, nourishing yourself in a way that feels light and energizing. This isn't about denying yourself the foods you love, it's about listening to your body's new rhythm, choosing meals that fuel you for the day ahead so you can stay active, alert, and ready to enjoy every moment with the vitality you deserve at this stage of life. Now that your eating habits are better aligned with your body's needs, you might notice a habit that can affect your spirit just as much as your health, pulling back from social connections, a choice that can quietly harm your well-being after 70. It's easy to slip into this pattern. Maybe you're going out less, canceling plans more often, or telling yourself that staying home is more comfortable, especially if getting around feels harder or you feel like you don't have much to offer anymore. You might enjoy the quiet at first, thinking you're just taking a break, but over time, this withdrawal can lead to a deeper sense of loneliness, one that affects more than just your mood. It can impact your mental sharpness, your emotional balance, and even your physical health. Studies have shown that social isolation in older adults can contribute to depression, memory issues, and even heart problems, because our brains thrive on connection, on the simple joy of a shared laugh, a quick chat, or a warm hello. It's like sunlight for a flower. Without it, you start to wilt, losing the vibrancy that comes from feeling seen and valued. You don't need to fill your calendar with big events to change this. Just a weekly phone call with a friend, a short walk with a neighbor, or joining a small community group can keep your spirit lifted and your mind engaged. Elderly advice for healthy aging often emphasizes these small connections because they remind you that you're not alone, that your presence matters, and that you still have so much to share with the world, helping you stay balanced and connected as you age with a renewed sense of purpose. As you begin to nurture your social connections to keep your spirit bright, you might also want to focus on a practice that can protect your physical health. Listening to your body's signals, a skill that can help you catch potential issues early after 70. As we age, our bodies become more communicative, sending little messages through subtle changes. A slight dizziness when you stand, a bit of swelling in your ankles, or a lingering tiredness that wasn't there before. But it's easy to dismiss these as just part of getting older, thinking they'll pass or that they're not worth mentioning. You might tell yourself you're fine, that you don't want to bother anyone, or that you'll deal with it later. But ignoring these whispers can let small problems grow into bigger ones that could have been managed with a simple checkup. Your body is like a wise friend. It knows when something's off, and it's trying to tell you, hoping you'll listen before the message becomes a shout. Maybe you've noticed a new ache that lingers longer than usual, or a change in your energy that doesn't quite feel right, and taking a moment to pay attention, to jot down what you're feeling and share it with your doctor can make all the difference. Independent living tips after 70 often highlight this skill because catching issues early gives you more options, more control, and a better chance to keep doing the things you love without interruption. By tuning in to your body's signals, you're not being overly cautious, you're being proactive, ensuring you have the strength and vitality to live your days fully with the confidence that comes from knowing you're taking care of yourself in the best way possible. With a renewed focus on listening to your body's signals, you might notice how easy it is to fall into a related habit that can put your health at risk. Brushing off minor symptoms because they seem too small to matter, a choice that can lead to bigger problems after 70. You might feel a bit of lightheadedness, some mild pressure in your chest, or an unusual fatigue that lingers into the afternoon. And instead of taking it seriously, you tell yourself it's just part of aging, nothing to worry about, or that you don't want to make a fuss by going to the doctor. You might think these little signs will go away on their own, or that they're not worth the hassle of a visit. But as we age, our bodies become more fragile, and what seems minor can be a warning of something more serious, like early diabetes, heart issues, or other conditions that need attention. It's like ignoring a small crack in a window. Over time, it can grow, letting in more trouble than you expected. You might push through a tingling in your feet or a change in your vision, assuming it's normal. But addressing these signs early can prevent them from becoming harder to manage later, saving you from bigger challenges down the road. Habits seniors should avoid after 70 include this tendency to overlook small symptoms, because taking action now can mean fewer medications, faster healing, and a better quality of life overall. By paying attention to these quiet signals, you're not overreacting, you're empowering yourself, giving your body the care it deserves, and ensuring you can keep enjoying the activities and independence that make your days meaningful, all while aging with the strength and confidence you've earned. As you grow more vigilant about your health by addressing small symptoms, you might also want to tackle a habit that can lead to unintended mistakes, relying on your memory instead of writing things down, a practice that can create challenges after 70. In your younger years, you might have prided yourself on remembering every appointment, birthday, or medication dose without needing reminders, managing everything in your head with ease, and that worked well for decades. But as you age, your short-term memory might not be as sharp, and trying to keep track of everything mentally can lead to small errors that turn into bigger problems, like forgetting a doctor's visit, missing a dose of medication, or even taking a pill twice by mistake, which can be dangerous, especially with medications for blood pressure or diabetes. You might catch yourself wondering if you've already taken your morning dose, or second-guessing whether you scheduled that call with a friend, and that uncertainty can add stress to your day, making you feel less in control. It's like trying to juggle too many balls at once. Sooner or later, one is bound to drop. Writing things down isn't a sign that you're slipping. It's a smart way to support yourself, like using a map instead of guessing your way through a new city. Simple tools like a notebook for appointments, a pill box to track your meds, or a phone alarm for reminders can take the pressure off your memory, giving you peace of mind and ensuring you stay on top of what matters. By letting go of this habit, you're not just avoiding mistakes, you're freeing up mental space, reducing stress, and keeping yourself safe so you can focus on enjoying your day with confidence and clarity. With these tools in place to support your memory and reduce stress, you might notice another habit that can hold you back: avoiding technology altogether, a choice that can quietly limit your independence after 70. It's easy to shy away from tech. Maybe it feels too complicated, or you've tried it before and felt overwhelmed, so you tell yourself you don't need it, that you've managed just fine without it all these years, sticking to familiar ways of doing things. But as the world becomes more digital, avoiding technology can make everyday tasks harder, like checking your doctor's schedule, refilling prescriptions, or staying in touch with family, leaving you more dependent on others to help with things you could handle on your own. You might hesitate to learn how to send a message, set a reminder on your phone, or look up information online, thinking it's not for you. But these small skills can be lifelines, giving you the freedom to manage your life with ease. It's like refusing to use a key to unlock a door. You're making things harder than they need to be. You don't have to become a tech expert overnight. Start with something simple, like asking a loved one to show you how to use a calendar app or send a text. And soon you'll find yourself handling tasks that once felt out of reach, all on your own. By embracing technology, even in small ways, you're not just keeping up with the times, you're reclaiming your independence, ensuring you can stay connected, informed, and in control, so you can live your days with the confidence and freedom you deserve, no matter your age. Technology can also help with another vital part of your well-being: staying connected with others, a step that can brighten your days after 70. Using technology to nurture social connections doesn't mean diving into social media or mastering every new app. It's about using simple tools to keep in touch, like sending a text to a friend, joining a video call with family, or even participating in an online group that shares your interests, like a book club or a gardening forum. These small interactions can lift your spirits, reduce feelings of loneliness, and keep your mind engaged, offering the warmth of connection without the need to leave your home if getting out feels hard. You might start by learning to send a message to your grandkids or setting up a weekly call with a loved one, and soon you'll feel the joy of being part of their lives, even from a distance. It's like opening a window to let in fresh air. You're bringing light into your world. Let's reflect on the 9 habits we've explored, starting with small changes, letting go of harmful routines, staying active, eating mindfully, connecting with others, listening to your body, addressing health concerns, supporting your memory, embracing technology, and now using it to stay close to those you love. Each step helps you live with more energy, confidence, and joy. What's one change you'll make today? Maybe a short walk, a new app to try, or a call to a friend. Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear from you because your story matters. If this video helped, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Wise Wellness Path for more. Here's to thriving in your golden years with vitality and connection.